You guys, welcome back to the channel. Kylie LaVale once more. Do me a favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I thank you for the over 1K subs. It helps us a lot and it helps us to keep growing as a channel and a platform. And hopefully, you know, most people enjoy it. Some won't. And that's just a small percentage, right? But back to the nature at hand. In the Bay Area, a Dublin couple was charged for the shooting of the Condor Club strip club manager. And we all know that these establishments tend to be sketchy environments. Like when you charge your ATM or credit card the next day, you have all these weird ass charges from outsourced places. Pretty much scams. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the story.
As NBC Bay Area's Trudy Hernandez tells us, investigators also believe that their firings could be motive for the murder.
He wanted to help people who were struggling get their life back on track.
Rosie King describes her former boss, who she says was a legend in San Francisco's Broadway nightlife scene. 60-year-old Mark Calcagni, the longtime manager of the legendary Condor Club, was gunned down as he returned to his Santa Rosa home from work 3 weeks ago.
Keep in mind, Santa Rosa's a nice area. Basically an affluent area of the Bay Area, of the North Bay. A lot of you guys know that. A lot of you guys been to the Bay Area. There's a local casino nearby that attracts a bunch of visitors. But that's not what this is about. But understand something. When you work in these environments, these are not respected businesses. It doesn't matter if you're the manager. It doesn't matter if you're the bartender. It doesn't matter if you're a dancer. Once you tell people where you work at, it's like, you know, they just get that vibe.
It was an absolutely horrific incident. The suspect had been waiting for the victim to return home early that morning, and unfortunately the victim was shot 5 times.
Tonight, 2 people from Dublin have been arrested, charged with his murder. 43-year-old Richard Lund and his girlfriend, 25-year-old Asia Morton.
You hear that age difference? So that tells me they met on the job. Not only did they meet on the job, she's the mastermind behind this plan because they never showed the boyfriend's face, not once. So that means she's the culprit of his killing.
We found photos of Morton on her Instagram page. Police say she and her boyfriend were both former employees at the Condor.
But see, what I don't understand is if you're this attractive, okay, it shouldn't be a problem for you to get another job. But like I said, when you work in these sketchy ass environments, a lot of these girls are having relationships with not only other colleagues, but the people that run these places, which are generally men. The general manager, the owner. Sometimes the owner is the manager. But like I said, a lot of times they want the finest girls to work in their business, even if they have to sleep with them.
We do know that the victim had fired both of the suspects, and they were no longer employed at that club. And we do believe that firing is at least one motivating factor in this homicide.
I didn't think that Asia had it in her to do something like this. I did not see her as the murderous type.
Rosie says she worked.
Yeah, them the ones you gotta watch out for. When the hotties get too hot, they turn into murderers. And that's pretty much what happened right here.
With Asia as a bartender at the Condor for more than a year. She says Asia and her boyfriend, who worked as a barback at the club, were angry about recently being fired.
Shortly after she got fired, she was calling a few girls at the club and she was really upset, and she was saying, "Do you think I could get my job back if Mark was gone?"
Well, it makes you wonder, what kind of tips was she getting and what was she doing to get those tips? But if she wanted her job back that bad, maybe all that money wasn't coming from the manager. I mean, who knows, right? Because see, a lot of people that work at these type of environments are escorts and they sell themselves. So, I mean, what do you expect? Like, there's a whole nother side of the story that we don't know nothing about.
This is prior to Mark dying.
She says friends and family got word of the arrest during Mark's memorial on Saturday. A reel of the memorial was posted to Instagram. She says Mark will forever be remembered for giving people opportunities and demanding respect for dancers. She hopes the Dublin couple gets what they deserve.
Yeah, me too, because they could have just found another job. But then it's like when you work in these type of businesses, nothing good happens after 9 p.m., right? Especially 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Your favorite customer might be waiting for you to go outside to your car. You got weirdos obsessed with you and all that. It's like, sketchy. But it's like this is where you could go to make a lot of money off of tips some nights. If you have a good night, you might bring home the bag, and there's going to be a lot of dry nights. But as a bartender, you probably get more than a stripper, depending on what type of crowd comes in there. You might have a cheap crowd, or you might have the loud wallet crowd. This is Kyle Vale. I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.